Hello, Flosstube. My name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and this is my Flosstube channel about cross stitch. And this is my update number 309. Today is Saturday, November 25th already. It's the end of November. Hi, welcome back to my subscribers, and welcome to any new viewers who may be seeing this for the first time. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell so you'll receive a notification every time I do an update. It's usually every Saturday, usually in the morning sometimes later, just depending on what's going on. As a matter of fact, today we're going to the symphony. You know, I have a subscription to the classical concerts, and then every once in a while, my sister, who works for the symphony, we get tickets to extra things, pop concerts and things like that. So we're going tonight to see, my aunt is in town for Thanksgiving. So tonight we're going to, there's a Pops concert featuring the film Encanto, the Disney film Encanto, and the symphony's playing the music. The movie's going to be on the screen over the orchestra, and the orchestra is going to be playing along with the music there. So it's going to be fun. But in the meantime, I'm squeezing in my update this morning. So I really have just a few things to talk about. Hopefully it won't be that long. So I did my WIPGO stitching. I showed that last week. So I've done the Peacock, and I did on the balcony. I didn't finish either one of those. Obviously, I only did about 6 days on them, so I have a lot more to do. But I hit my goal for WIPGO, and also as part of WIPGO, I have 2 FFOs to do that I have not done yet because of Thanksgiving. You know, we had sort of clean up everything and to prepare for that. So I didn't want to be hauling out stuff. Well, we've had company and we've been doing other things. Cooking and getting ready for the holiday. But now that, excuse me, I've got lint or something on my glasses. Now that the holiday's over, and today's the 25th already, and so I haven't, if to meet my WIPGO goals, I have until the 30th to FFO these other pieces, and so hopefully I should make that. It shouldn't take me more than a day or two to get my stuff done. It just depends. I kind of, I have in my head what I want to do, I think, but, until I actually sit down to do it, it may take me longer, but whatever. Okay. But also in my WIPGO goals, I have 2 new starts, so I've done that, and I've got a couple of little extra things that I just did because. So first of all, one of my new starts, I decided I was doing Blackest Cat, and this was for my number 3 WIPGO thing. This is by Lindy Stitches, Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches. Blackest Cat is the number 3 in her Black Cat season. She designed it as a bell pull, but they're all individual charts. You could do any or all of them. And she also has some freebies on her website, little freebie borders that you can put in between these if you're doing them all in one piece or whatever. Anyway, so this was my number 3 new start, Blackest Cat, and I think last time I had done the 3 cat faces, and I was starting on working on the words, and so now as of today, I've finished all the way down to Make You. So may the blackest cat you've ever seen make you smile on Halloween. I'm up to Make You. And like I said last week, this is just to sort of, help me make sure that, that these are all, that all the patterns are in line. So, yeah, so worked on the words, these two words, this section of the words this morning. So smile is in this green color, and then on Halloween is in this mulberry purpley color. But so this is about, I would say 3/4 of the way done, maybe 2/3, because the last part of it is kind of dense with these little cat feet here and stuff. But again, it's going pretty quickly. Yeah, I've got a mess here because I was working on it earlier this morning. Okay, then my other new start for WIPGO. Sorry, I'm getting a little out of order here of how I had it just piled up. Was the Beaver. This is my other, I'm trying to do all of these A Year in the Woods patterns from Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is number 11, the Beaver. I didn't do the ones from the summer. I think I did January, February, March. Or I started on, I should say. I've started all of these. I haven't finished anything. January, February, March, and April and May. Maybe June? I don't know if I started June. But the three in the middle, July, August, and September, I have not done. And then October was the little brown bat, which I started last month, and then this one is the Beaver. And then next month is the Reindeer, which I'm kind of looking forward to starting. But so I just did this little top part of the branch here. I haven't done the leaves or any of this other color, just the dark of the branch. So that I did. Going across, yeah, so there's like a leaf that goes here and another leaf that goes here. This is the border between the little brown bat is here. This is the border, and this is the branch going across. And this is all the way to the end, I think. There's leaves that go on the end of this branch, but this is all the way across the top except for the leaves. With the leaf that goes on here, it'll go all the way to the edge of the design. So that's just to cross that up. I want to go down. I'd like to actually finish the tree, but I don't know if that'll happen in the next few days because I'm going to be FFOing. But that's the Beaver. That's my other new start that's on my WIPGO. I'm probably, for the month of December, just gonna, sorry, my glasses are really dirty. It's really bugging me. I'm probably going to try to get some Christmas stitching in, things like that. So I don't know. But so my WIPGO for December may be all blown up. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but you know. But in that vein, and these are not really for anybody for gifts. They're just for me. But I talked about this last week. This Not a Creature Was Stirring. This is by Jabco, and you know you buy the 2 buttons and they give you the pattern for free. So I've got actually all of this done except for this backstitch line here and one of the green colors here, and then this backstitch line here, and then I have to put the buttons on. But this is what I did, and I just did this in basically one day. I think I just started it on Thanksgiving Day late at night. So I stitched on it a little bit late at night, and then I did the rest of this on Friday. And so the pattern calls for all DMC threads, except they said instead of using, there's 2 shades of red that are called for here, but instead of using the 2 DMC reds, the instructions say, you know, Turkish red would be good, and then you wouldn't have to use the 2 shades of red. So you can see the variegation a little bit in there between the darker and lighter shades of the thread. I think you could probably see them the differences more clearly, like between, you know, the one symbol and the other symbol for the different colors of red, you probably see more of a difference if you were using, I don't know if it's, you can kind of see on here where there's a dark red and a light red, and that's what's charted. I think this is using DMC threads, so you can see the two different colors more specifically there. And so this is using Turkish red, and I kind of did it the same way. I mean, I kind of did it where I stitched one symbol all the way through, and then sort of went back the other direction on the other symbol. But of course, it was still this, you know, continuous thread or whatever. So you got a little bit of the variegation in there, but not specifically the same way it would have been if I'd used the two separate DMC shades. But it's the general effect is the same. But I liked, you know, I just decided, you know, working with the Turkish red. This is was it Weeks Dye Works color? Yeah, Weeks Dye Works Turkish red worked out fine. And then I did just the two little stars. I did with long stitches. And there's one shade of green, and there's like 4 stitches in the other shade of green here. And then the back stitch for the buttons. So I haven't done the little, you know, buttons of the back stitch or whatever, because I can't find that. I have to look harder and see if I can find that other shade of green for those few stitches there. And this will be done. I can add it to my FFO file. And then I didn't get as far on this one because I have to look up the threads because I can't put my hands on them. This is Snowy Reindeer, part of this, I guess, this Frosty Forest series, I guess, by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this little picture here is pretty small, but so this in this one they used a Jabco button here, but there's a snowflake charted, and I just did the chart. I didn't do the Jabco button. But I just got a very little start on this last night. So this is just marking my center of my fabric. But so I started here and then did this is where that Jabco button is. It's charted as a, you know, the snowflake design. So I just did the one snowflake is all as far as I've gotten. And this is on, both of this and this design are on Lugana, 28 count Lugana that I dyed myself. And the funny story about this is that I try usually when I put the hoop on my fabric, I try to put the little screw thing at the top, and that helps me along with other things in the design or whatever, but that helps me know that this is the top of the fabric of the design. And so I started down here. I did this one thread, this one little dot of this snowflake thing, and then I started down here. And then this design, you can see, has these diagonal lines right here and right here. And then, you know, they have this little 3 stitches with the two side-by-side stitches. So I had started down here and I had done these little diagonals. And at some point, I guess I, you know, had dozed off, and I picked it up again, and I was looking at it going, oh, this isn't right. These little diagonals shouldn't be beside, you know, I thought I had done a diagonal right here. And I thought, that's not right, that's not right. And so I picked out, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 stitches, a whole bunch of stitches, maybe more than that, because I thought I had done this whole section wrong. And then I realized what it was is I had turned the thing, I don't know, somehow I had gotten it all turned around. It's like, it wasn't wrong. It was not wrong at all. I just had the hoop turned around and was looking at, you know, some other part of the design thinking that I had done it wrong. You know? So I redid it for nothing. But I did have to redo part of it. I started to do one thing, and I had put a bunch of stitches in, and I had, on one of them, in the middle of the design somewhere, I had not done over 2 as I had been for every, I usually stitch 2 over 2 for a lot of these. And I missed one of the squares on here. I'd done over 1 or something. I'd done something wrong. So, it wasn't coming out right. It was, the one stitch was in the wrong place, whatever. So, yeah, so that I did have to redo. But so I just did the one snowflake in the middle, and I haven't gotten any further on that. But also, I worked a little bit on, I worked a little bit on everything. I worked a little bit more on this Primrose Cottage Stitches Snowman 2023. This little fat snowman with a really tall hat. What is his name? They gave him a little name. Top Hat Henri is what Lindsey Waite, I guess, named him. But so I got a little further on that. I still have to do a little bit more on the snowman. I did a lot on the snowman. I have just a few more lines down here to go, and then continuing this white border and snowflakes around there. The border comes around across the top and down here to the top of this tree, and then there's some snowflakes and stuff in there. But so I did a lot of the snowman's body. I did his face. He has I have to do a little backstitch mouth on him. And one thing I did was I was afraid I had done the arm wrong, because it wasn't coming out right with this body. And what it was is I just left a stitch off of his arm. I think there's supposed to be a single stitch in between these two things here. Would have made his arm a little longer. And I started to put to fudge it, I started to put the snow in here, and I realized it would have come out wrong, here. So he's got one little stray white stitch there. But otherwise, I just kind of, left it and, fudged it a little bit, so it doesn't make that much difference. So that's the white on the snowman. So this is also about 2/3 of the way done. Maybe, I don't know. But so those little smalls, if you will, for my Christmas stitching for fun, just, I did those. Let me get this out of the way. And then the last thing was that in the mail the other day, I guess it was short. I did my update on Saturday, and so we probably checked the mail on Monday. I'm running around on Monday, and this was in the mail. My December issue, or winter issue. I think they call it, Christmas winter issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. There's a bunch of really good designs in there, as usual. I really, really like this Kitten Stitcher Shakespeare's Peddler design. She used a bunch of little buttons there. There's stocking buttons and a star button on the top. And here she has stitched some ice skates, and there's a couple of cardinals, looks like, some Christmas baubles. Looks like a gift. Some Christmas trees. Really pretty. That's very cute. And there's some other nice designs here. There's I think this is, Twin Peak Primitives. Cute winter scene there. And this is Punch Needle. It's so cute. It's basically a little 3D snowman. That's really cute. And this one here, this is Cherry Hill Stitchery. And this, I think this is Punch Needle also. Is it called? Yeah, Brenda Tapia is the designer for this one. There's a Teresa Kogut design in here. This one here. This is really nice too. That's really cute. That's a punch needle. I want to do punch needle. I've sort of like the mechanism of it. I mean, the details of how you do it kind of escaped me, you know, for the most part. But I watched actually. Donna Pfeiffer has a very good tutorial on how to do it, and it made a lot of sense to me. It's like made me want to do it. I just, you know, like, oh yeah, okay, I really want to do it, and then I'm kind of still a little bit intimidated, but I feel like that I understand it better now than I did before. But I still haven't done it. But I also like this one here, this little. What's it called? Use Winter Forest. Yeah, really cute little design. That's really nice on dark fabric. Those snowflakes and the snow and the sheep really pop on that darker fabric. Yeah. So, and I like that slightly crooked tree, because that's how trees are in real life. They're not all nice and straight, you know. Like, yeah, I really like that. One thing I talked about with my when I talked about this in our earlier on our video was that was talking about how I need to go through, sit down with all my magazines, especially this one, the punch needle magazines, to go through. I have a million, you know, post-it note flag kind of things. I want to go through and you know, mark the patterns that I really like, and so that I know what I have. And you know, yeah, this is a Frosty. This is punch needle. 3D kind of thing. Also, you can make a little stand-up thing. But look at that little snowman. This little pipe. This sad eyes. Sadish. Worried eyes, I guess, I would think. But there's this one. I don't know. I really like it, but I think yeah. I like the colors on that. Winter Sunshine by Jan Hicks. There's also Christmas in the Park. There's a few different designs that you can do here, but it's a very primitive looking fabric, but all done in reds. Yeah, it's a Valdani color, but there's a DMC alternative for that one as well. But and then there's a Santa punch needle. Ooh, sorry. Really pretty. Although his eyes look a little surprised, scared, I don't know, concerned maybe. There's this, this is by Lucy Beam, Rebecca Noland of Lucy Beam. This little mermaid, Merry Mermaid it's called. A little Santa hat on. Where's the other one I want? Oh, there's a really nice Stitching with a Housewives pattern. Snowman and Chickens. It's Winter Row is what it's called. Seasonal Row, excuse me, winter. That's nice. And then a tutorial on how to make this sort of ornament. It's an ornament, but it's a wide, wider finish on there. That's the Vanna Pfeiffer Twisted Stitcher tutorial, finishing tutorial, that she always has in the magazine. Yeah, it's this ornament finish, but it's you know, thicker, kind of wider ornament finish rather than just a strictly flat finish. And this punch needle I really like. Shiny Bright Perch by Michelle Palmer. And I really like it. It's so cute. There's a little Santa holding a bauble, and there's a little titmouse perched on there. Really cute. I really like this one. It's really nice. And like I said, there's a Twin Peak Primitives design in here. This one is called Moonlit Night. That's really pretty. It's a nice pillow design. And this cute little snowman, this is the little 3D snowman. Glisten, a friend of Frosty. Designed by Beth Bradshaw of Fancy That. So it's a little 3D snowman. Really cute. Really, really cute. Cute idea. Yeah. And there's another, this cross stitch. This is Believe by Dorigo Nicola. Crochet a Go-Go. This one here. Oh, that's really cute. Nice Santa. Little animals. The cardinal. There's a pretty cardinal there. And a squirrel and a rabbit and Santa. Real cute. That's a very cute design. This one is nice too. This is a punch needle. That really pretty cardinal. That's beautiful poinsettia here. This is Winter Blessings by Janine Happ of Two Old Crows. There's this one, really cute. Merry Christmas Sheep by Teresa Miller of Teresa's Primitive Treasures. That's really pretty. Very simple. I don't know if there are beads or I don't know what. I looked at this pattern and there's nothing. I don't see anything specific on there, and there's no mention of beads or anything like that. And in the pattern, oh, I guess it's a different symbol. Yeah, there's just like little individual dots on the ends of those branches of the little tree there. So those little dots are a different color. So it's a single stitch of a different color there on the ends of those branches. So I don't know if that's. It looks like there's a French knot or something on there. But it doesn't indicate that. I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't mention that there's any kind of, French knots or anything on there. So it just is the way it looks, I guess. Like they're stitching. I don't know. It's a cute little snowman needle there. That's really nice. And then this is the Teresa Kogut pattern. This is called Snowman Trio. That's Teresa Kogut. And the other, the last one, I want to, oh, this one's cute too. This is 1800 St. Nick. That's really pretty. And this is by So Cherished. Don Shuck of So Cherished. And this is the one, Teresa Vinniey, Shakespeare's Peddler, Kitten Stitcher. Yeah, that's the one that's on the cover. That's really cute. So anyway, now that I've done basically a flip through I hadn't intended to do, but yeah, that's a great magazine. 28 projects, and that's punch needle and cross stitch. So yeah. Anyway, so I think that's it. I've got to ski-daddle because I got a bunch of stuff to do today. And I think that's it. So it's already the end of November. Next time I do an update, it'll be December. Yeah, I think, because I think today's the last Saturday in November. I've been staring at my calendar and trying to like get it in my head, like, what day is today? Today's the 25th. Yeah, so next Saturday will be December 2nd. And so it's already the end of November. And I don't even know what I'm doing. I have some things. I have one secret stitch. It's not really cross stitch, but it's happening. And then and I have some things in mind that I want to make for Christmas. And I don't know, I have all these plans in my head, but I haven't, it's already November 25th, and I haven't really done a whole lot. And then, of course, I already know what'll be on WIPGO for December, because it's the last two squares that are left on my WIPGO board. So I already have that in, I know ahead of time what those are going to be. Plus, I have the FFOing that I want to do. I just have like 5 days to do that, to make my WIPGO goals. But then also, I want to, trying to plan my WIPGO board for next year. I think I want to do it. Part of me wants to do just, whatever, whenever. But I have a lot of WIPs, and a lot of unstarted charts. So, I would like to, and actually I don't have that much left to FFO. I have some, but for the most part, it's a matter of new starts maybe. And I know Pam Schaefer of Just Keep Stitching is doing 24 and 24, right? 24 new starts in 2024. And so I know several other people are planning on doing that as well. And really with my WIPGO board, with new starts for every month, I'm basically already doing 24 new starts every year. So next year, if I do my WIPGO chart the same way, I'll have 24 new starts in 2024, because I'll have 2 each month, right? So I may go ahead and keep new starts on there. I don't know exactly what I'm going to start, but making the list that I've been making, and I still haven't finished that, but making that list, at least I know what I will know. I don't know yet, but I will know when I finish the list, what charts I have that I want to start. So I still have to list all of the kits that I have, and there's all my charts that are in my big book of charts. Yeah. And fortunately, I did list my WIPGO whips, and so and I only managed to finish a couple of things off of that list. So so I don't know where I'm going to be when that starts, but at least I'm making headway. But I haven't yet planned. I think I have an idea what I want to put on my WIPGO list. I think I want to do more of a list of, rather than just my general whips, which I have a lot of, and which I didn't really, like I said, I think I only finished 2 things, out of all of the whips I had, out of the 24 whips I had. So what I would like to do is things I have that are in a series, like the Year in the Woods, like the Black Cat season, like the Rabbit series. I'd like to finish all those, so I'm going to see how many I have that are part of a series, and then maybe put other whips in there as well. And then, new 24 new starts, because I have so many. I don't know. We'll see how that works. But so yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do for 2024. I don't know. There's so much to to choose from. And also one of the things I started as one of my new starts was Starry Night, which is a Prairie Schooler chart that has, it's very similar to Blackrock Angels. I think there are seven charts, six or seven of the nativity scene. So I'd like to finish those. Some of them are they're denser, they're more stitching than others. But they're more than I think that the Blackrock Angels were. They're a little bit, I don't know if they're any bigger, maybe slightly bigger, a couple of them, but they have more stitching. The 3 wise men and but they're similar in style to the Blackrock Angels, and I really would like to finish those. Oh, and speaking of which, my sister my sister and I were talking about getting a small tree to put Christmas stitched ornaments on, and so we were kind of hemming and hawing about which tree we should get, and my nephew bought a small tree for that, so we got a little set of lights for that to put on there, and that's one of our things to do, is to decorate that little tree and do a stitching Christmas tree, as well as eventually we're gonna get our real tree for our regular ornaments. So that's coming up that we're going to be doing also. So I think that's it. So next time I talk to you, it'll be December, and we'll see how everything played out over the next few days as I finish November and go into December. And then in December, I'll be, starting my last 2 WIPGO goals, which will be, I might as well talk about it since next week will be December. Will be number 12 and number 20 are the December calls. And number 12, I have Voyage of Discovery. That's the Columbus ships that I have that's the one ship designs that I haven't done yet. Voyage of Discovery is number 12, and the FFO for that one is Easter Preparation, which is a Twin Peak Primitives chart. There's a big bunny and these little mice. It's just the most adorable chart. When I saw it, I thought, I really need to get that. And so I stitched that a couple of years ago. So it's been, sitting in my FFO box since then. And then number 20 is the other one for December, and that is Elephant Biscornu. I started a while back at Biscornu by Tiny Modernist. It was part of their, she did a Biscornu of the month thing for a while. And you could just buy them individually. So I bought a few of them, and one of them is the Elephant Biscornu, and I think I did about half of it last time I worked on it. So I have, on both of those, I have a goal of 6 days. The Elephant Biscornu I might be able to finish. I don't know. It's a little complicated. There's a lot of just little details that confetti kind of stuff there's some flower crowns I think the elephants are wearing, and some other flowers around there, and I don't remember what the backside of it looks like, but anyway, so I may or may not be able to finish that one. And then the FFO is Gathering Berries, which is Luminous Fiber Arts chart. She did a bunch of I think they were in Punch Needle in the magazine some time ago. But there's Gathering Berries, Gathering Acorns, a couple of other ones. But so I did Gathering Berries for, I think I did it for, I may have done it for a cross-stitch camp or something at one point. I don't remember. But anyway, it's been languishing in my FFO box. So those two are what's coming up in December. And for my new starts, I'll probably do another chart from Black Cat season, and another chart from the reindeer chart from A Year in the Woods. So that's what I'm tentatively planning for December, as well as some other stuff. So we shall see what becomes of all of that. All right, so I will see you next week, and keep going. Get ready for December for all of you out there. And I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.